Welcome to the Manager Matt podcast show. The show is designed to give you solutions to your day-to-day management and leadership problems. It's hosted by Matthew Haddock, a frontline manager and leader with over 25 years of experience. If you're ready, then let's get on with the show.
Welcome to the Manager Matt podcast show. Welcome to 2024. This is the first episode of 2024 and it's going to be called Welcome to the New Era. So without any more delay, let's get on with this week's show. Welcome to the Manager Matt podcast show, and welcome, as I've said on the intro, to 2024. Wow, here we are in a brand new year. Now, you may be listening to this at any time in the year, but obviously you're going to be hearing it in the future because you can't go backwards unless you're a time traveller, unless you are listening and you're a time traveller, but please get in touch if you are. You know the email and you know the future, so it's even better. Anyway, before we go any further, what have I called this show? Well, I've called it the New Era. So what is new? Well, I'm sure a couple of you eagle-eyed listeners will have seen that the logo's changed slightly and it says Manager Matt Consultancy. So what does that mean? Well, let's start. Change happens. If you listen to any of my shows, 207 or so of them at the minute, over the last 3 and a bit years, you'll see that change is inevitable. Change comes all the time throughout the world and throughout our lives. We have lots of change. Change is inevitable. Sometimes it's planned changes and sometimes it's unplanned changes. That's what happens. You know, we all need to embrace change. It can be challenging. It can be difficult. You fear the change. That's just normal. But what was definitely not normal is staying still. There's got to be a movement, a momentum. We know it's going to happen. You can either just lose your role, lose your job. You can have a company just go bust, and what do? But we want to look forward. So what do we want to do? Do we want to stay the same or do we go forward? Well, I think this show, and myself personally, is about going forward and doing things different. Now, you've enjoyed it. And the stats on the last show shows how much you enjoy listening to the show and how much you've enjoyed learning. And the emails have been brilliant and the feedback. So please keep sending that in. But there is going to be change. Things happen. We know this. So what's going to change? Before we say what's going to change, let me talk about what's going to stay the same. There's still going to be great content weekly on here. Maybe more than weekly. Who knows? I might just go crazy and do 2 a week. Wow, what a rebel. So you're still going to get that. I'm still offering great help. I always said I'm there to help. I want to educate. I want to develop. I want to make sure people are good at managing. People are great at leading. It's the most important thing for me is to get people to develop and be better tomorrow than they are today. So you're still going to have me putting in the time, the enjoyment and the energy into these casts. All you've got to do is listen. Which sounds easy. So they're going to stay the same. All my past content is going to be there. It's all going to be there. It's all going to be there for you to listen. You can search every one of them and go back. But what's going to be new? Well, I think it's about time that I start to really seriously offer services to you as the people listening and obviously to people who you want to share with. So what I'm looking at is looking at gathering a community around myself who can help share and grow. I'm not an expert and I'm not perfect. None of us are. We can all learn. Every day I learn. Every interaction I have with people, I learn something different. And that's important for me. So what I want to do is start to build a group of people that can work together around us and start to almost share those ideas, grow with us. So that's what's going to be new this year. So what you're saying now is, well, what's the catch? You know, what's it all going to be about? There is going to be a small investment. And those investments are going to be your time. You're going to have to type an email. Now, if this had been 20 years ago, we'd have all gone, oof, that's difficult. Maybe some people still is difficult, but we're going to type an email. So this is going to be part of your New Year's resolution. You're going to type an email and you're going to send it to me. So it's going to take a little bit of energy, a little bit of time. And you're going to reach out and you're going to ask me around things. You're going to ask me about what's going to happen next. Yeah, of course. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get people together in a community and I'm going to start to talk about working together to form a group of people who really want to make a difference in this world. They really want to go forward and be better. So that's going to be your small investment. Nothing really, is it? All you've got to do is send me the email to the normal email address, which is managermattpodcast@gmail.com. And then I'll reach out to you and we'll have a conversation. What is financially going to say to me? Well, what's this financial? You're going to ask for money, aren't you? This sounds like a funnel, doesn't it? You know, some sort of Ponzi scheme that I'm growing up here. No, not at all. All we're going to be doing is having a chat and a catch up. I'm offering it to everyone, just a free conversation. So you can have a free conversation on whatever subject you want to talk about in regards to leadership and management and all the stuff we've done for the last 207 or so episodes. I'm hoping then to build some Zoom calls together where we'll all sit and talk around the theme of the day. Again, this is all free. There's going to be no money asked for these things. It's all going to be about building community. And then we go from there. We move forward. We look at how we can then do more and build more. So that's all I'm going to say. That's going to be part of the new era. For the next couple of weeks, you're going to see more action on here as well. So I'm going to be recording a few more shows. I'm going to go back to basics on some of the 5 whys. I'm going to talk around 5 whys of leadership as well as the 5 whys of management. So slightly different subjects for managers and leaders, because I have had people saying to me, well, management's one thing, but it's different to leadership. And in some ways that's true, but in other ways it's not. So I'm going to do that. We're going to have a conversation over the next few days. We're going to have a little bit of a blast of different information being thrown out at the start of the year, because I think 2024, you've got your New Year's resolutions, you're really engaged and want to make this work. So why not? You know, why not? Why don't I give you some of my time to engage on what you want to do as a leader? So if you're just tuned in, this is the first time you've listened to it, go back, listen to some of the other ones first. See if it's worth investing. If you've already spent time downloading, I know you have, because I've seen the stats. If you spent time downloading and you've not emailed me before, or even if you have, email me again. Reach out to me. Tell me your name, what you do, what you're up to, and what you're really interested in learning. And then I'll come back to you. Not going to follow you, not going to stalk you, not some freaky weirdo. I'm just a person who wants to really give you some information, coaching and development work. And then let's take it from there. Let's start in 2024 to build a community of people who really want to learn, who really want to grow and really want to get better at what we do. And that's it. Simple as that. So, welcome to the new era. Welcome to 2024. Welcome to the Manager Matt Consultancy. Let's all get to behind it. Remember, send your email today. Don't mess around. As soon as you listen to this, I mean, if you're driving, be careful, obviously. But pull over. Yeah, in fact, if you're driving, pull over now, if it's safe to do so, and send me an email. managermattpodcast@gmail.com. Send me. And let's have a start having a conversation about what we're going to do. The next episode will be back to the norm. Next episode will be around those big 5 I've just spoke about. So if it's not for you and you don't want to get involved, that's fine too. There's no pressure. Just listen. And in the future, if you want to get involved and get more content from me and more in depth, then that's the way forward. But for now, again, thank you for listening and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.
Thank you so much for listening to this Manager Matt podcast. We hope you found it interesting, helpful and actionable. One last thing, please leave a quick review on iTunes or with your podcast provider, as it helps to spread the word of Manager Matt. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to the podcast, and if you did like anything in particular, send an email to managermattpodcast@gmail.com or visit managermatt.co.uk for more content. Feedback is a gift, so let's keep giving. See you next week.